Так, 3 мүнөт өттү, баштай берсек болгудай, э? Zoom user деген колун көтөрүп атыптыр. Суроо болсо, сурооңуздарды бериңиздер, сабак башталгача. Баарыңыздарга көрүнөт атабы?
Ооба.
Да, презентацияны баштай берели. Бүгүнкү күндүн темасы culture and traditions. First of all, hello to everyone. Hi, how are you? You may switch on your microphones and start talking with us, yeah?
Hi everyone.
Hi,
teacher.
Edgar. Okay, let's see who else is here. Okay, so
Good evening, everyone.
good evening, Miriam.
I am very excited because I am first time here,
Oh,
and I want to say Okutool's team my thanks. Thanks to Okutool's team, we can practice and improve our speaking skills.
thanks a lot.
Everyone knows that practice makes perfect, and we can practice with you. Thanks very much.
Great job, Miriam. I'm really happy to see and to hear your English is like very good, and we may improve it together, yeah? Especially today. Today we've got the intermediate level because the topic is a little bit complicated than the topics which we had before. Here we've got the first question to all of you, yeah? The first question is, what unusual traditions of other nations do you know? What unusual traditions of other nations do you know? Башка элде кандайдыр бир башкача каада салтты билесиздерби? Билсеңиздер, кандай өзгөчө каада салттар бар? Же болбосо кыргыздардын биздин өзүбүздүн эле каада салттарды айтсаңыздар болот. You may try to speak in English. Okay, who wants to answer to the question? You may switch on actually your microphones, yeah? I think that we are just going to keep our discussion.
For me, for example, Americans, Europeans tradition Halloween. It is unusual.
Yeah, you're right. What do usually people do on the Halloween?
They wear unusual clothes, scary clothes.
Yeah.
And they spend their times in the street, knocking the door and asking the candies.
Yes, you're right. For sweets, yeah, candies.
Sweet and candies.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it's very unusual holiday. I think that not the same. We've got also Ramadan, yeah, and after the Ramadan or during the Ramadan, children also go to their neighbors' houses, knock their doors and ask for sweets too, yeah?
Yes, a little look same, yeah, but
Yeah, just
we don't wear scary clothes.
yeah, but we sing our song, yeah, Ramadan song. Okay, nice. So what about the others? Siljar, Arukia? Dinara, Sabina, what other unusual traditions of other nations do you know? Have you ever heard about the tradition where Indians get some colors, different colors, and they dance, they spray that colors, and if I'm not mistaken, that color ceremony or color holiday festival, it was also held in Bishkek too, where there were lots of people holding that different colors and just like throwing on each other. Okay, so let's continue. Here we've got some words from the culture, but the words are not together with the definitions, Let's read the words, try to understand the meaning of the words, then we will read the definition and we have to match them together. Who wants to start? Who wants to start?
May I?
Yeah, Mary, please.
Space in which a performance may be given before an audience. I must to find,
Yeah, you have to match it. You have to find the word,
okay.
What is it? Is it an art? Is it in cinema, theater, or music?
It's theater.
Okay. Performance may be given before the audience. Actually, yes. This is the theater, Performance book представление. Okay. Good.
A large number of interesting and valuable objects, such as work of art or historical items, are kept, studied. It is museum.
Yes, you are right. It is the museum. Museum is the place where people usually keep very valuable, valuable objects like pictures, etc. So, good job. So this is the museum. What about the others? Eldiar, can you read one more definition and try to find the word?
It is an art of moving image that tells stories.
So what do you think? What is it? Moving images.
Yeah, moving images.
Cinema.
Yes, you're right. This is cinema. Definitely. Cinema is?
Cinema is movie.
Okay, it is.
It is movie. Synonym words.
Movie. Okay, it is the place where we can watch movie, Convenient place. Tell me, please, how often do you go to the cinema? How often?
I don't remember when I was last time.
Oh, you should go, Miriam. You should go once. What
Okay,
about Arukia? How often do you go to the cinema? How often? Кино көргөнү канчада бир барасыздар, Arukia, please.
Last year.
Oh, you were also last year. Okay, 3 months ago. 3 ay болуп турду анда last year, Okay, what about the others? Dinara, please.
Hello.
Hi.
I don't remember the date, but it was recently.
Oh,
it was the film, Kyrgyz film, Boy.
Oh, I have heard that it is very popular,
Yes.
Okay, but I didn't watch it. That's why I can't give any feedback on that movie. What about Ishen? Ishen, can you tell me when were you at the cinema last time? Okay, let's continue. The last definition is this one. Can you read it?
May I?
Yeah.
a creative activity and technical skill. This is art.
Yes, definitely. Art is everything together. Yeah, this is cinema, this is theater, this is museum, искусство. Okay. So what about the others? Can you tell me, have you ever been at the museum or theater? If you were there, can you tell me where you were? Which museum? Maybe you were visiting the museum in other countries, yeah? No?
Can I?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, please.
I was opera and ballet theater.
Wow. Okay. What were you watching there?
And there I выступал, это как?
Выступал? You may, yeah. You may use here first the object. Башта ким экенин айтабыз, анан ошого карашып. It was a performance of.
It was our performance.
Our who?
Our performance.
Oh, okay, nice, good. Okay, so it is a very good practice, yeah, to go to the cinema, to visit the theater, and to be at the museum, especially our museum, which has been reconstructed. Yeah, it is obviously perfect right now. You will get there lots of information, and you will get a pleasure visiting our museum. Yeah, okay, let's continue. Here we've got other words. These words are mostly connected to the traditions, yeah, or maybe customs. Let's read the definition and match it with the word. Who wants to start? Don't be shy.
Can I?
Yes, of course.
Religion is a set of organized beliefs, practices, and systems.
Yes, you're right. It is the practice, it is the belief, yeah. Okay, it is the religion. Next, who wants? Ilder, please. Just try to find the definition and the word.
Is a set of organized beliefs, practice, and systems.
Okay, what is it?
I think customs.
So actually it is the religion, yeah, religion. Religion, yeah? Okay, because there we believe into something, there we practice something, and it has got its own system. Next, Miriam, can you read one more definition?
Space in which a performance all of the people born and living at about the same time regarded collectively. This is generation.
Yes, you're right. How will we translate the word generation?
Поколение.
Yes, you are right. Yes, you are right. Yeah. Next. Dinara, can you please read something?
Space in which a performance was commonly accepted manner of behaving or doing something in particular society, place, or time. It is customs.
Okay, so look, here we can be a little bit confused because here we've got the word customs and values, yeah? And the definition is also very close. You may read the second definition and you will understand which suits better to the word customs. Read, please, this one, individual beliefs, yeah? Sinara, can you read this one too? Individual beliefs.
Individual beliefs that motivate people to act one way or another.
So what do you think? Which one is value? Bağlılık, ценность. And which one is custom? Customs and traditions. Bu qada salt,
It is the first is customs, commonly accepted.
Commonly accepted manner of behaving of the in society. Okay, actually, yes. And individual belief is a value then, yeah?
Values, yes.
Good job. Okay, and the last pair, last three words. Alğaçkı 3 жаңы söz. Who didn't read it? Tahir, please.
Wedding is formal event held in special occasions such as wedding and graduation ceremony.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Ceremony.
It is a ceremony, nice.
Yeah. Funeral is a ceremony.
A ceremony where two people are united in marriage, I think.
Yes, two people, yeah, when they are united, and we call it marriage or wedding. And what does it mean, the word funeral? What is it?
Is the ceremony held when the body of someone who has died is buried or cremated.
Yeah, what does it mean, buried?
Buried, бұл өрттөбү.
No, cremated örtü.
Cremated örttö, бұл болсо.
So when the person dies, usually we bury the body.
Exhumация.
Ингумация болып кетті ошондой, эксгумация наоборот. Чару алып ошондо. Okay, funeral бул is the ceremony held when the body of someone who has died is buried. Yeah. Okay, so these three of them, these three things we need in order to talk about the traditions. I have here two interesting traditions. The first one, the tradition on the wedding ceremony. Who wants to read it and who wants to remember our traditions when people decide to have a wedding ceremony? Who wants to read it?
Can I start?
Yes. Who wants to start, Dair? Dair and then Dinara, yeah?
Yes.
Dair, you can start.
Oh,
Dair, please.
okay. What tradition are there for the wedding ceremony? For good luck, objects bride should have on her wedding day.
Okay, who is the bride? Bride, who is it?
Bride.
Gelin, yes. Güyo bala kандай болот ошондо?
Kuyov bala bildim. Husband.
Groom, yeah. Groom, kuyov bala. Bride, bu gelin. Okay, next. Read it. What kind of tradition is it?
Something old represents couple's past lives, while something new symbolizes their happy future. Next, something borrowed typically means incorporating an item belonging to someone who is happily married in hopes that some of their good fortune rubs off, and the color blue represents fidelity and love.
Fidelity, yeah, fidelity, верность. Okay, so it means that there is a tradition, yeah, interesting tradition that bride have to have 4 different objects. Yeah, something old, then something new, then something borrowed, and the last one something which has got the blue color. Yeah, it is very interesting traditions. Who can tell us interesting traditions in our Kyrgyz weddings? What do we usually do? What traditions we've got? Кыргыздардын кандай каада салттары бар, үйлөнгөндө?
Маты полетку. Кофе, чай, куда?
Miss Guli, sorry, can you repeat and louder?
Citrona. Затем
Miss Guli, would you... Yeah, Tinara, please.
Saying Jar, it is our tradition.
Okay.
Jar Jar.
Yes, singing Jar Jar, yeah? Who usually sings Jar Jar?
Sing your boy, please.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Have you ever heard about the tradition that when the groom comes to the bride's house, he has to eat kind of butter, sarmai?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And also one more interesting tradition. Usually, I don't know why, but like a woman who is meeting groom and bride, they threw all the sweets everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
Yes.
ever seen it? Okay, what
Yeah.
other traditions do we know?
Sweets and coins.
Oh, really? Wow.
Coins and
Money?
it means it means they live their life with rich.
Okay, okay.
They will be rich.
Nice. Okay. What other wedding traditions do we know? You may tell even not only about the Kyrgyz national traditions, yeah? You may tell the traditions which you have seen in other nations, in other countries. As for Indians, they make the red dot, yeah, on their forehead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to tell about some traditional
Yes,
traditions.
please.
I haven't seen this traditional, but I have read this.
Okay.
When the wedding is started, bride. Биринчи кыргызча айтайын, анан англисче окуйм.
Макул. Жакшы эле болуп аткан бирок дайыр.
Көшөгө бар эмеспи, тиги невеста отурган көчөгө. Ошол жерге эгер култтап күлүчтү бекитип алса, демек алардын бактын култтап коет деген түшүнүк бар экен да.
Окей.
Андан дагы жаман нерсе, эгер тиги жаман көргөн адам мүрзөдөн топурак көтөрүп келип көшөгөгө таштап койсо, алар бактысыз болот, баласыз тиги бала көрбөйт деген. Анан мындан да көптөгөн салттар бар, эми аларды айтып отурдук.
Убакыт көп кетет, э? Okay. Actually, I like our traditions. They're very unusual, but there is one more tradition, yeah? Can you tell me, please, is kidnapping of bride a tradition or no? Kidnapping. Alagachu. Kidnapping of bride. Is it a tradition or no?
No.
It isn't, because some scientific social scientific says it started from Soviet Union.
Okay.
When Soviet Union started collectivization, and all peoples became kedai.
Poor.
Poor.
So poor, and they can't pay қалыңды төлей албай ала качып келишкен деген идея бар.
Okay. So that is the reason, yeah? That is the reason of kidnapping, one of the reasons.
Yes.
Бир эле эмеси, бирок андан кийинки кеде эмес, жөнөкөй эле адамдар деле, акчасы бар адамдар деле алып качууда, алып качып атышкан. Алардын причинасы эмнеде болгон анда?
They think it is traditions.
Okay, but last years it is not a tradition, yeah? People try to ban it, and the relatives usually try to call immediately to the police station and to call them, yeah? Okay.
The parents of quiet guys forced to kidnap because they hoped that after wedding day they will live together and happily.
Oh, yes. Finally, hopefully and happily to our girls, yeah. That is restricted right now. And people try to kidnap less than maybe 5 or 10 years ago. Okay, let's continue. Here we've got one very, very strange and unusual tradition, which is connected to the funeral. Dinara, can you read it? And then we'll discuss it.
Dancing with the dead best described the burial tradition in Madagascar of Madiana. The Malagasy people open the tombs of their dead every few years and rewrap them in fresh burial clothes. Each time the dead get fresh clothing, they also get a fresh dance near the tomb while music plays all around.
Okay, so did you understand that very strange tradition? What is it about? Okay.
So strange.
Can you explain it with your ordinary words?
It's tradition of Madagascar, and the people open tombs of dead people, and they start to dancing with him.
Okay, and
they open the tomb and rewrap them in fresh clothes. Yes.
Kind of change their clothes, yeah? Rewrap, кайрадан башынан ороп чыгышат, eh? Okay. So it means that every few years it has happened. It means that every few years you just take the people's bodies, yeah, and rewrap them into the fresh clothes, fresh material, and they think it is like giving them something fresh, something clean. And what do you think about this tradition?
This is very strange tradition.
Yeah, it's really very scary tradition. I wouldn't do it anyway, and I think that other people do, yeah? Okay. What other funeral ceremonies do you know?
I have also read about this ceremony.
Okay.
When if the man who died smoked on the life, and they put the cigarette on his mouth.
Yeah, really? Into the mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So have you ever heard about the things which you loved in your life? Yeah. Usually people also, maybe before, maybe in the ancient times, they put everything together with the body. Like the gold which we had, I mean the jewelry, yeah, украшенияларны.
Yeah.
And what other unusual funeral ceremonies do you know? You may tell me about the Egypt ceremonies. Yeah, do you remember that? They were burying the body with the people, with the servants. Колунда жанагы кызмат кылып жүргөн адамдар менен бирге көмүп койчу, э?
Also, old people saw that after the dying, he needs some clothes or dishes, and together burial in tombs, the clothes and clothes and dishes. Ну, алар ойлошчу да, типа өлгөндөн кийин кайра тирилет, анан ошондой аяктары кийимдер керек
болот деппи?
Yeah, interesting funeral ceremony in the ancient Iran.
Okay.
The Persia, maybe in the Middle Earth, when the people died, they think it's very aram деген кандай болуп калат. Гүлшай, микрофонун суу чыккан.
Харам. Ой.
Возможно, харам, да?
Да.
Так, иштеди? Угуп атам?
Ооба.
Okay. Aram. So haram is more like Muslim words. Here you may use the word unclean.
Unclean.
Таза эмес.
Oh. Okay. So can you please? Oh, here we've got one comment from Ms. Guli. She writes that where I live in this country, burn dead people, then they put in small jar their ash. Okay. So how do people call this ceremony? When people burn the body and they've got the ash, yeah? After burning the body, they've got the ash and they put it into the jar. How do people call this ceremony?
What is ash?
Ash бул пепел. Баягы күйгөндөн кийин чок эмес эме калат го. Эмне деп коет эле? Күлү калат го, ошо күлдү чогултуп, мындай кувшин идишке салып коет да. Андан ушул процесстин, ушул церемониянын өзүнүн аты бар. So what or how do people call the ceremony? Cremация. Have you heard it about? Yeah, cremation.
Yeah.
So
Cremation.
it is usually practiced in India. Yeah, they usually burn it. Okay. What can you tell about Kyrgyz funeral ceremonies? So how many days people have it? What do we do? What do we eat?
Can I?
Yes, please.
As a funeral ceremony is a very conservative ceremony, and it's a very old ceremonies.
Okay. So what do people do here in Pakistan?
When the people died, they say күбө сөзүн айтышат.
Okay.
And they clean the body.
Yes. Yes. Who cleans the body? Do you know it?
Neighbors.
Close people,
Yeah, closest relatives.
Neighbors. Yes,
Maybe children, yeah?
children or brothers.
Siblings.
Yes,
Siblings.
you're right. Siblings. Then
what's it?
many people come to the house, yeah? And what do they do?
Firstly, one person of this house make the loud cry.
Okay. So
And
the closest people or closest relatives, yeah?
Then neighbors come this house and make so loud crying.
Scream or cry.
Screamings. Then
Scream, cry. Yeah, scream. Qiyqirу, cry. Qiyın çıгару.
Yeah, and some regions they create. Bozu тигишет да?
They build.
Yeah, they built bozu.
And the body usually is in that position.
Yes.
Then what usually happens like on Thursdays, after 40 days, after 1 year?
After 1 year, we have ash period.
Okay. For whom? Кайсы адамдарга, кимге берилет?
Neighbors, siblings.
Okay.
Кудалар.
Yes, you're right. Okay, what usually people do on 40 days or maybe after a week? For example, they gather in one room, yeah? Usually men in one room, or then they even usually outside, yeah? Outdoors, and women are indoors usually, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
What usually women do?
They do
Okay, they sing special ceremony songs, yeah? Funeral ceremony songs.
And the man flews the cows or sheep into a horse.
Okay, so it means that they prepare lots of food, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, why people feed other guests? Why do you think they give lots of food, they prepare like wonderful table with everything you wish, and especially you have to eat some meat, eat some like food there? Why do we do that?
They think
It's our traditions.
Other people came and make read some Quran, and it will help to spirit of
yes, you're right.
person.
Yes, you're right, definitely. So our people think that if you will do like Omin, yeah, and you will wish some good things to the spirit of the person who has died, it will help him on the other world, yeah, as people think.
Yes.
Okay, great. So our traditions here, we've got the message from Ms. Gulish. She says that our traditions are best in the planet, and she thinks that even traditions or on the weddings and funeral ceremonies are very, very good. Okay, so let's continue. Yes.
This is the interesting tradition.
Okay.
If the person who died was in life very bad, scary person, and other кыргызча айтар эне.
Жакшы айтып атасыңар. Азыр ким?
Ошол туугандары өлгөндөн кийин relatives scared the person will take other people, and when they put the body to ground,
Okay,
to the,
bury.
bird, and they put some doll for hand for the kepиндин ичине атайын кукла кошуп коюшат экен да.
Really?
Yes, they think maybe he will play this doll.
Oh my gosh, I have never heard about that
Yeah,
tradition, and it's really scary.
It was very scary for me too.
Yeah, and
Is it our traditions?
Yes,
I
I
have
have
never
read-
heard about it.
read this Bayalieva scientific person.
Okay, so it means that there were this kind of traditions when the bad person, yeah, he had some bad things maybe or behaved badly. His
Yes.
relatives used to put a doll with him, yeah, just in
Yes.
order him to play with it.
Yes, if
Mhm.
they don't put the doll, he will come and take some children's.
Okay. I have heard about one more kind of tradition, or how do we call it? So when the person dies, if after him, after a couple months dies another person, I mean, the person from his family, then another death, and one by one, when the death is happening all the time, they are burying out, yeah, the person, and they think that the wrapping, жана оролгон материалы, if it was like in the teeth, like bitten, yeah, тиштелип
Yes,
калса, биринин арты бири өтүп кетет деп айтышат го. Have you ever heard about the tradition?
Yes.
Yeah, I have heard.
Okay, that's, yeah, these are very scary funeral ceremonies, but we have to know maybe that traditions and customs.
The old generation is very scared about this. They want to talk about this.
Okay. So good. Who else wants to add something or tell a story, tell the tradition, or maybe something interesting has happened according or related to the traditions and customs? No, if no, we may start talking the idioms which are connected to the traditions. The first idiom is, Arukia, can you read it? Can you read the first idiom?
To do something in a new, different, or unusual way.
Read this one first. Eң башындагын биринчи окуңуз.
Break the traditions.
Okay. Break with tradition.
Yeah. To do something in a new, different, or a unique way. For example, I am from a family of doctors, so I really broke with tradition when I went to art school.
Okay. So how do you understand this idiom? Break with tradition or break the tradition? Okay. Who wants to give an explanation or maybe example? Ушул
Okay,
идиоманы колдонуп кайсы мисал бере аласыздар?
let me explain this item.
Yes, Perspect, please.
It's like when the people are just doing casual things in your life, like traditional things, and someday there will be the different things, in their life. And like that was for him, like, how can I say, foreign or not familiar for him, I mean.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
like stranger things,
Okay, unusual, strange, and
Yeah, unusual. Yeah, unusual.
unordinary, yeah?
Yeah, unordinary. So
Okay. Who can give me an example using this idiom? Example with this idiom. Maybe you broke the tradition of your family. Maybe you had a tradition of like having the holiday like Halloween, and once you decided not to have it as a holiday, not to celebrate it, and you broke that tradition. There are no examples?
oh, okay, let me.
Okay.
Okay, so all my uncles get married with girls from Osh, but I get married with a girl from Alasız.
Wow, so you broke the tradition.
Okay, yeah. So I really broke with tradition with marrying a girl from
Osh.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
So,
you broke
I
the
think
tradition.
you understand, yeah? Right.
Yeah. Great, okay. Next, what about the others? What traditions did you break? Maybe there was the tradition to study in Kyrgyzstan only, yeah, and you decided to break this tradition and to study abroad. Okay, no more breakers like Warspek, yeah?
All my parents, all my families was a Muslim, but I am the atheist.
Okay, that's interesting.
Break with tradition.
Okay, you break the tradition, yeah, which is related to the religion, yeah. Okay,
Yes.
That's also interesting. That's your point of view, and that's your decision.
No,
Okay.
it's just a simple.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe.
Okay,
no.
let's continue. Here we've got another idiom, yeah, which is also connected to the old traditions. You can read it. Miriam, please.
Old traditions die hard. It is difficult to stop performing actions that have been established as traditions or routines. For example, even though we are all grown up, my mother still insists on cooking and doing laundry for me and all my siblings. I guess all traditions die hard.
Okay, so let's give your example from your own life, yeah? For example, here I think that we can tell about the tradition, also about the weddings, yeah? Usually when Kyrgyz people have a wedding ceremony, they invite at least 200, 300, 400 people at the restaurant. And I think that this one is an old tradition which really dies very hard. Because some of them, maybe 50% of that people you don't know. And maybe you are not going to see them anymore, but anyway, they are on this ceremony and they are like happily spending the time with you, kissing you all the time. So that's why I think that this old tradition dies very hard. Who wants to add? Бұл мисалға кем, бұл идиомға кем мисал келтіріп береді? No samples. Try to think, try to use this idiom in your speech. All traditions die hard. I guess no samples, yeah? Okay. Anyway, you may use these idioms, all traditions die hard, and that someone breaks the rules and traditions, yeah? Good. So now we've got 5 minutes of like free chat, free talking, free discussing. All of you, you may switch on your microphones and let's discuss about the traditions, about the customs, which you know, which you maybe see, which you read somewhere.
I think who is from Osh, they have a lot of tradition in their life.
Only people who live in Osh? From Osh?
Yeah, I mean, for example, their wedding day is like so different, and there are a lot of traditions, even, you know, that surprised us.
That's why you decided to get married to the girl who's from Talas, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, nice. So, what about the difference between traditions? Even in one country, do you know? Have you got any difference in the traditions living in one country? For example, in Naryn, we've got this tradition, but in Talas, this is another one. Do you know any examples?
I want to tell some example.
Okay, there, please.
In the north of Kyrgyzstan, the funeral, the body will put the bozu.
Okay.
In Batken, some places they put the обычный үйден чыгарышат да.
So they keep it.
They keep it the body in the house, yeah.
Okay. What do you know about keeping the body? For how many days usually people keep the body?
In some regions they keep the 1 day.
Okay.
Others says the body.
Болушунча тезирээк дегени кандай фразаны айтсак болот?
As soon as
possible. Yeah.
Yes, as soon as possible. The other туугандар келгинче деген дагы неме бар, түшүнүк бар.
While their relatives, yeah?
Yeah.
Or maybe closest relatives. Жакын туугандарыбы же алыс туугандарыбы?
Yes, maybe the балдары Россияда болуп калса, башка мамлекетте болуп калса, ошол келгинче күтүш керек деген.
Okay, yeah.
Дагы бир кызыктуу нерсе, бизде Кыргызстанда табылган, теги жана айтып кетпедим, Персияда деген неме болгон да. Адам өлгөндө аны харам деп эсептеп, аны жерге дагы, отко дагы, сууга дагы тийгизбеш керек деген түшүнүк болгон да.
So what do they do with the body then?
And they put the body some idishke salып.
Okay.
And usually they cut off the hand and legs.
Really?
Yes. And put it's called asuari.
They put it into different small pieces, yeah, the body.
Yeah.
They cut it into small different.
Asuari.
Okay.
And this asuari was found in Batken. And we can see this is scientific academy, Илимдер академиясынан көрсөтүлөт.
So it is proved, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk a bit about something like more positive than funeral ceremonies. We've got also interesting traditions for the children, yeah? And for the ceremony when someone gives birth, or maybe after 40 days, usually families, they bake 40 pieces of bread and share it with the other people. Do you know why do we do it? Why do we have this tradition to share 40 pieces of bread with the others after 40 days?
I think it's did for holds the baby, or holds the baby.
Health.
It's healthy.
Okay. In order, yeah.
If someone try in this bread, the healthy baby will be better.
Okay, so in order, many people tried this bread, yeah, and make some money, yeah, for that. Okay, nice. So also there are very other interesting traditions when the child, for example, is too little. You have to help washing him, and you have to put like silver spoons in the water. So 40 spoons of water. Yeah, that is also a very interesting tradition, which is related to the kids and to his bringing up.
Yes.
And I think that you have to also read about the traditions which are related to kalpak. Have you ever read it? The colors of kalpak. When?
Yep.
Colors?
Yep.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, I read it.
The kalpak's colors were like divided into different ages. And for example,
Yes.
what color should be the kalpak for 5 years old child?
Green?
I have heard about, but I can't remember.
Yeah, it should be actually green. Yeah, when the boy is growing up, he have to wear a green one. When he puts on the red kalpak.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
if-
He became an adult.
Yes, you're
Or
right. And
teenager, yeah.
Be teenagers.
okay, who else wants to add? Teenagers, adult. I have read that usually the boy wears the red kalpak, red colored, yeah, kalpak when he is ready to get married. I mean, when he's looking for some girl, yeah. When he is looking for a girl to whom he wants to marry, he is putting on the red kalpak, yeah. If you're interested in it, you may read lots of interesting traditions and customs which we had before and which we still have. That is also a very interesting topic. Have you got any questions on this topic? If no, I'm going to send the lesson with the new words to all of you. And I've got one more news. The next week, we're going to have already 2 times a week talking club lessons. The first one is going to be for the elementary beginner level. And the second one is usually on Fridays, we're going to have the talking club for the pre-intermediate and intermediate level. That's why, if you wish, you may join to both of these talking clubs. Okay?
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So, if no questions, thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the time.
So
And
can we join both of them?
join both of them, you mean?
For lesson?
Yes, of course, you may join both of them. Because I do remember we had people who wanted to have a discussion with us, but they said that pre-intermediate level is like a little bit complicated for them. That's why we decided to have 2 of them. For the beginner elementary, there you are going to study how to make up the sentences, how to answer to the simple questions. So it's going to be easier than this one, yeah? About the days, the talking club for the elementary level is going to be, I hope, that on Wednesday. And the pre-intermediate, intermediate level is going just to be on Fridays, as usually. So you will have that information also on Monday. I will type it, I will prepare it, and you will see it on the Telegram, yeah? So thank you, Ms. Guli, for your comments. We are reading everything. And thanks to all of you. See you next Friday, or maybe even next Wednesday.
Thank you for your lesson.
Bye. Goodbye to all of you.